All right, we're doing lesson 9-1, fractions and division. I can understand how fractions are related to division. 4 people want waffles for breakfast. There are 6 waffles left. How can 6 waffles be shared equally among 4 people? How much does each person get? Draw a picture and write a division expression to model your work. So if we have 6 waffles, which I already drew for you, and you want to share them between 4 people, let me change the color on that. A little darker there. If you took each waffle and divided it into fourths, how many fourths would each person get? So altogether, there's a couple different ways you can write this. You can say 6 divided by 4. And 6 divided by 4 would equal 6 fourths, which would equal 1 2/4, which would equal 1 1/2. You could also say we have 6 waffles with 4 pieces in each. So we have 24 waffle pieces. And if you have 24 pieces and you want to divide them between 4 people, they're each going to get 6 pieces or 6/4 of a waffle again, which is 1 1/2. Well, a couple different ways you can do that. So let's move on. When you look at your video in Savis, how are fractions related to division? Tom, Joe, and Sam made clay pots using a total of 2 rolls of clay. If they share the clay equally, how much clay did each friend use? So we have 3 friends sharing 2 pieces of clay. So if you look, one way to do it is you can think about sharing the 2 rows equally among 3 people. So we divided the blue into 3 pieces and the pink into 3 pieces, so they each get 1 blue and 1 pink. And technically they're each getting a third of each piece. So together they have 2 pieces divided by 3 people equals 2/3. They get 2/3 of a roll. And remember how we say it in division, like if we have 40 divided by 10, we can also write it like that. Remember how we can take our fractions and write them as division problems. So we can take our division problems and write them as fractions. The numerator is the first value and the denominator is the second value. Another way you can do it is you can put it on a number line. So in this case, you had 1, there's 1 shape, and 2, like side by side. And we're going to divide that into thirds. So 2 divided by 3 would be 2/3, and 1 and 2. Yeah, so you're looking at the hops there, a third, and a third. It's another way to do it. And why don't I go back because this is always a tricky concept with kids. So I'll go back to the bottom here. Amelia is sharing 4 slices of cheese with 5 friends. So what she has is 4 slices, and she's sharing it between 5 people. Because remember, the first position is we have our dividend, our divisor, and our quotient. So the quotient is going to be the answer. The dividend is the first value. The dividend is our first value, and the divisor is our second value. So you want to make sure you are the first position, and you can't reverse them. There is no commutative property in division at all. So you have to make sure you have the things in the right place. So 4 divided by 5 could also be written as 4 divided by 5, 4/5. And we'll be going over that again as we move on to the work page. So explain how to write 3/10 as a division expression. So 3, as we just went over, 3/10. 3 is the dividend, and 10 is the divisor. So we could write it like this. Oops. And you can also, write it like that with labeling the numerator is the dividend and the divisor is the denominator. Explain how to write 2/5 as a fraction. So the 2 is going to be the numerator because it is the dividend, and the 5 is the denominator because it's the divisor. Use the number line below to show 3 divided by 4. So we took the number line and we divided it into fourths because that's our divisor. Our divisor, we're going to show our answer in fourths. So we took the whole number 3 and divided it into fourths, and then we're going to count off 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So 3 divided by 4 is going to be 3/4. In 4 and 5, write a division expression for each problem. So you would write this 1 divided by 9, numerator divided by denominator. Tell what fraction each person gets when they share equally. 5 friends share 8 apples. So what do we have? We have 8 apples, and we're going to share them. The divisor's 5 people. Each person's going to get 1 3/5 of an apple. 2 friends are sharing 1 bagel. What do we have? Goes in the numerator. We have 1 bagel, and we're dividing it for 2 friends, so they each get 1/2 of a bagel. And as you move on, write a division expression for each fraction. So numerator divided by denominator, numerator divided by denominator, numerator divided by denominator, and so on. Write each division expression as a fraction. The 9 is the numerator, 11 is denominator. First position is the numerator, second position is denominator, and so on. These get tricky down the bottom here. 8 students share 6 breakfast bars. So what we have goes on the top. So we have 6 breakfast bars shared by 8 students. 5 oranges shared by 6 players. $7 shared by 10 friends. 8 muffins shared by 8 friends. There you go. So 9-1.